Hello everyone, I'm so excited to see you again. This week we're all doing things all about owls. They're one of my favorite birds. We're going to have some books and we're going to sing some songs and we're going to have a craft. Are you ready? But what do we do first every time we have one of our circle and story times? We sing the hello song. Are you ready? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Yay! How are you today? How do you feel today? I feel the same sometimes. Today, I feel good because we're going to learn about some owls and sing some songs. And that always makes me happy. Okay, are you ready to go? We're going to have our first book. And this one is called Owl Babies by Martin Waddell. Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah and Percy and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their house. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. "Where's Mommy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want Mommy," said Bill. The baby owls thought, "All owls think a lot." "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. "To get us food," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. But their owl mother didn't come. The baby owls came out of their house and they sat on the tree and waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. It was dark in the woods, and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. They sat and they thought. All owls think a lot. "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah, and they did, all 3 together. "Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished their owl mother would come. And she came. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. "Mommy," they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. "What's all the fuss?" their owl mother asked. "You knew I'd come back." The baby owls thought. All owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "And I knew it," said Percy. "I love my mommy," said Bill. Yay! That was such a good story about owls, 3 baby owls. Now we're going to have some songs, some owl songs. Are you ready? This is our first one about an owl. There's a wide-eyed owl with a pointed nose, 2 pointed ears, and claws for toes. When he sits up on the tree and he looks at you, he flaps his wings and says, "Hoo, hoo!" Yay! So now we're going to do another one that sounds like 6 little ducks, but it's about an owl. Are we ready? Okay. Who flies around in the dark of night? Who glides on wings o'er the silent night? Who eats his dinner by the late moonlight? It's a little hoot owl with his owl-high eyesight. Hoo, little hoot owl. Hoo, little hoot owl. Hoo, little hoot owl. It's a little hoot owl with his owl eyesight. Yay! So now this song sounds like London bridges, but it's about an owl. Are you ready? Okay. Flap your wings and fly around, fly around, fly around. Flap your wings and fly around, just like an owl. Open your eyes big and wide, big and wide, big and wide. Open your eyes big and wide, just like an owl. Land on the ground and hop around, hop around, hop around. Land on the ground and hop around, just like an owl. Turn your head and say hoot hoot, say hoot hoot, say hoot hoot. Turn your head and say hoot hoot, just like an owl. Yay! Now we're gonna do a song that sounds like I'm a Little Teapot, but it's about an owl. Are you ready? Okay. I'm a great big owl, as you can see. I live up high in a tree. All the other birds wake me up when they play, because I like to sleep all day. Yay! So now we are going to make a craft. So this is what you're going to have to get. For this craft, you will need scissors, black paper, different colored paper for the eyes and beak and feet, white chalk, and glue. So now you know what you need. So you can either gather all those things, or you can watch me and make it later. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our black piece of paper. So this is gonna be our main piece of paper. And so we're gonna make our owl in the middle of it. And this is gonna be a snowy owl, which is my favorite. Because my favorite movie, Harry Potter, has a snowy owl in it. Okay, so we're gonna take our chalk and we're gonna sort of make little circles all around the middle of the paper. So it looks almost kind of fluffy. So we're gonna do that. Woo! And then maybe do some little eerie kinds of things on the top. I will show you. Okay, so then you can see the body of my owl. So now we're going to make his eyes. So what we're going to do is we are going to have some eyes with the white. And so we're just gonna fold it in half, and then we're gonna cut out the eyes. And then we're going to have yellow in that, and then a little bit of black for the bottom part, in part of their eye. So I'm going to make some eyes. So owls have really big eyes. So I'm going to see if this works. These are my eyes right now. Oh yeah, those are good. Those are big eyes. So I'm going to take some of my glue, and I'm going to glue it to the paper. Okay, so now we have his eyes. So now we're gonna make his eyes really pop out. We're gonna have some yellow. So now you need to make circles that are a little bit smaller. See if this works. Oh yes. So then I have my two ones, and I'm going to glue those ones. One and two. go. Have you ever seen an owl before? Maybe outside on a walk when it was close to being nighttime? I've seen one. I've also seen them at the zoo. So you might have seen them at the zoo. So now I'm going to make even smaller circles to go inside that with the black. Test them out. Oh yes, I like that. So now I'm going to glue them. Glue them onto these eyes. Both of them. So now you can see he's got some eyes and he has ears. What else does an owl need? He needs a beak. So I'm going to cut out a little triangle so that he can have a beak. And I'm going to glue it onto the board. And there it is. Now he's got his beak. And so I also want him to have some claws on the bottom. So I'm going to fold my paper again, so I only have to cut once. Moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and friends, they can help you if you need to cut. See, now I've got two little things and I'm going to glue those down. So you just need to sort of make an M. So you could draw the M with a little stick on top and that will make the legs. I'll put those on there. And there we go. And there's my owl. I might make his ears a little bit stronger so you can see the ears. Little tufts of feathers on top. There he is. There is my special snowy owl. And I hope you have fun making yours. So now my area is very dirty, so we need to clean up. Are you ready to sing with me? Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do their share. So I'm going to put all my things away and put on my special owl poster thing. There we go. All finished. So now we're going to have our second book. And this book is called Howl by Freister. One afternoon in the forest, the air was filled with a terrible howl. Hoo, hoo! At first, the animals thought it was the old wolf. The hedgehog was the first to investigate. With all his prickles, he felt very brave. He crept cautiously to the big tree. It wasn't the wolf, it was a tiny owl. She was howling miserably. What's wrong? Asked the hedgehog. Did you fall out of your nest? But the little owl just shook her head and kept howling. Next, the crow swooped down. Do you want to play? He asked the owl. But the little owl just shook her head and kept howling. Suddenly, there was a rustling in the bushes. Are you hungry? Asked the squirrel, bursting with curiosity. I have a nut for you. But the little owl didn't want a nut, and she kept howling. What is going on here? Asked the mole. And he said to the little owl, if you stop howling, I will give you something nice. The mole dug down his way into the meadow and came back with a colorful necklace made of flowers. But the little owl just shook her head and kept on howling. The old stag beetle scuttled along next. He looked at the owl sternly. You should be ashamed of yourself howling like that. This sort of thing never happened in my day. I'm going to nip your bottom." Now the little owl howled even louder. "Look what you have done," scolded the animals. The stag beetle felt terrible and ran to find a large cobweb. "Why don't we rock the little owl?" he suggested. She is sure to like that." So they rocked the little owl. The mole even hummed a lullaby, but the little owl just kept howling. Then suddenly she flew right out of the hammock and straight into the wings of Mommy Owl. "What's wrong, sweetheart? Why are you howling like that?" asked Mommy Owl. All the animals held their breath, waiting to hear the answer. The little owl stopped howling at once. She sniffed a little and then cheeped quietly. "I forgot." Yay! So now we're gonna have some more songs. Are you ready? Okay, so this one's called 5 Little Owls. 5 little owls on a moonlit night. 5 little owls are quite a sight. 5 little owls, are you keeping score? 1 flew away and then there were 4. 4 little owls, happy as can be. 1 flew away and then there were 3. 3 little owls calling, "Hoo, hoo." 1 flew away and then there were 2. 2 little owls having lots and lots of fun. 1 flew away and then there was 1. 1 little owl, we're almost done. He flew away and that leaves none. Yay! So now we're going to do a song that sounds like This Old Man, but is about some owls, little owls. Little owl in the tree, he is winking down on me with the wink, 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 wink all through the night. Little owl is quite a sight. Little owl in the tree, he is hooting down at me with a hoot, 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 hoot all through the night. Little owl is quite a sight. Yay! So now we're going to do a song that sounds like Frère Jacques, but it's about owls. Are you ready? Okay. Late at night, hoo, 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 hoo. I can hear the owls way up in the tree so tall. Hoo, 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 hoo. Yay! Now we're going to do a song that sounds like If You're Happy and You Know It, but it's about an owl. Are we ready? Great. If you want to be an owl, shout, hoo-hoo! If you want to be an owl, shout, hoo-hoo! Then you get to sleep all day, and at night you get to play. If you want to be an owl, shout, hoo-hoo! Yay! So now we're going to do our last song before we have a book. And this one sounds like Skip to My Lou, but it's about an owl. Owl in the oak tree, big and strong. Owl in the oak tree sings his song. Owl in the oak tree all night long. Hoo, 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 come and sing along. Owl in the oak tree, big and strong. Owl in the oak tree, sing his song. Owl in the oak tree all night long. Hoo, 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 what would we do? Owl in the oak tree, big and strong. Owl in the oak tree sings his song. Owl in the oak tree all night long. Singing, singing, singing our song. Hoo, hoo! Yay! So now we're going to have our third book, and this one's called Owlboy by Brian Sachitol. When Owl was 2 years old, he had a dream about owls. It wasn't scary at all. Now that he was older, all he thought about were owls. His whole room is covered in owls. He wasn't interested in much else. More meatloaf? Owls eat mice. Owls were about all that he liked. Why not call a friend, said Owl's mom. Owls are solitary birds. Why not play outside, said his dad. Owls go out at night. Owl's older brother, Fred, liked football. Freddie, said Dad, why not take Owl along the next time you play with your friends? Freddie made Owl play football, but Owl was not very good at it. Owl's brother Ed liked basketball. Take Owl with you, Eddie, said Mom. Do I have to, said Eddie. He did. Owl did not excel at basketball. Owl's brother Ted liked baseball. Owl could not hit a ball. Owls don't play sports. Owl didn't care much for school either, except when they studied owls, but that was only for 1 week, and Owl already knew all the answers. Owls go out at night, and owls eat mice. Once school was done for the year, Owl's parents decided to send him to camp. Owls don't go to camp, said Owl, but you like birds and trees and things, said Dad. You'll love it. Reluctantly, Owl went. He hated it. For one thing, they served a lot of meatloaf. Owls eat mice. Also, there were football teams, basketball teams, and baseball teams. Owls are solitary birds. They had campfire sing-alongs. Owls don't sing, they go hoo-hoo-hoo. It was everyone's in your bunk by 9 p.m. Owls go out at night. One day, Owl and his bunkmates went on a hike. Owl decided to look for owl nests. He got separated from the other campers. He was lost and all alone. It started to get dark. Hoo-hoo-hoo, he cried. Hoo-hoo-hoo, he heard. Suddenly the moon came out and lit the woods. An owl! It was a dream come true. Owl and the owl explored. They hunted by moonlight. The owl took him to secret places only owls knew about. It was an owl extravaganza. Then it was over. When it was over, Owl felt a little hungry. The owl flew off and returned with 2 mice. It popped one in its mouth and pushed the other toward Owl. Owls eat! Crunch! Yuck! The yuck was so loud the owl flew away. That's the worst thing I've ever tasted. The campers and counselors came running. I want meatloaf now! When Owl got back to camp, he ate 10 pieces of meatloaf. He sang the loudest out of any kid at the campfire. And that night, he dreamed that he hit a home run, and the next day he did. When camp was over and Owl went home, he changed the pictures in his room. He still liked owls, but let's face it, owls eat mice. Yay! That was a good story. So now we are going to sing our goodbye song. Are you ready? The day is done and we had fun. The day is done and we had fun. We'll see you again next week, but for now the day is done. Bye guys, I hope you had fun learning all about owls. Hoo, 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 hoo.